Well, thank you guys for joining me on the podcast.
You're
Janine,
welcome.
Giselle.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Last time we talked to you was before Coachella, and then both of you guys got to perform at Coachella. And I ran into you guys 3 times during the weekend too.
Yeah, it's weird.
Weekend too. How's Coachella? How's your experience performing at the festival?
It's like you never want it to end, you know. I knew that it was gonna be great experience, but I didn't know how at home I was gonna feel. Even going into it, you know, it wasn't like, oh my God. It is, but it's like our backyard, you know. So I'm here with my family, and my friends and stuff, and it just felt really good to be up there. The fastest 30 minutes of our lives, probably. I will never forget it. I remember everything so vividly, and that's saying a lot because my memory is shot, but but I remember everything as if it was yesterday.
You know, when you're watching a movie and they're doing a scene of the past and everything looks sparkly and it feels like a dream. It's kind of what it felt like. Exchange of energy between the people who are watching you and then everybody on stage is something you can't put into words. It's the roaring of everybody, especially second weekend. It was already packed before we even went on stage, you know? So after every song, the cheering and everything vibrates in your body. It's it's crazy. It's a high that you can't even explain. It's after that, I feel that's what I want. I'm I didn't know that I wanted to perform like that or perform in festivals, and now I'm oh my God, I feel addicted to it. You know, I guess it's just a matter of now all right, there's the album, there's all this stuff. It's playing Coachella. What's next? You know, what's the next step? What do people have to do in order to get their name out there? But yeah, it was amazing.
I didn't get to see you guys weekend too. And then you had a meet and greet after, right, by the sign?
Oh, yeah. I was you know what? Let's take photos with everybody. Let's, I was thinking about it, and we always miss our family after the show because we're, taking our things down. You know, it isn't until, 15, 20 minutes sometimes that we get to finally, get to them because that's what you want to do, you know? You want to run off stage and, hug your mom or your cousin or your brother or whatever. So I'm I'm not going to we learned a lot from first weekend. We learned a lot. And that was one thing that I noted. I was you know what? Let's take a photo with whoever wants to take photos with us. We have helpers. So we had a team. They took care of our stuff and we were able to go directly there. And it was really cool. A lot of people showed up, and I have all those photos. I am working on adding a little section on our website so people can find their photos and you know, tag them or save them or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that just I saw you guys weekend 1 and just it was just so cool just being in that experience. I wish I was gone weekend 2 because I heard the crowd was a lot better.
Yeah,
and especially I don't know, weekend 2 is always better for some reason. How was just Coachella in general weekend 2? Do you think it was better than weekend 1? The crowd, the vibes?
Well, weekend 2, if you're performing, it's kind of like I said, you learn a lot first weekend, and then second weekend is just that much better because you're just more prepared. Crowd-wise, a lot of my family went second weekend. I had a couple of cousins that went first weekend, and that was it. Everybody else and the few friends and stuff that I recognized. But second weekend era cuando se vinieron todos. And Golden Voice was amazing with me. I reached out to them. And
have you guys had conversations after the festival?
No.
Or are you guys have they offered other festivals, or how other festivals reached out to you guys?
They haven't, and you know, I don't feel shy to reach out to them to see, you know, what one needs to do, or you know, yeah, it was just great. Las Tias, we're kind of rumbling the ground too. We were actually approached to play Coachella this year.
Oh, nice.
Las Tias, yeah. So that was really exciting. It's oh, you know, because that's where it starts, I feel, you know, Night Owls played Coachella 2019 or 2018. I can't remember. 2019? Yeah.
19.
you know.
At the full
and then
winery, yeah.
that summer we got hit up. So, you know, it with Las Tias, like being offered Chela was like, that was, to me, I was like, otro. Let's
Trying
do
to catch
it.
the lightning in a bottle moment again.
Let's do it. Yeah,
I feel like,
yeah.
well, have you done research on like how to get into the festival circuit? Or like how does, because I know there's of course the big festivals, Coachella, whatever, but there's hundreds of smaller, even the stuff that happens here in the valley, or like I've seen you guys perform at Joshua Tree, like little events like that.
Yeah, that's a little more of a personal connection to Barnett. English, the master mind behind it, and forming a relationship with him.
Who's that, or what?
He is the creator of JT Fest. Barnett, yes, and he was there second weekend for Coachella, and I think our set at Coachella really blew him away. He told me later on that it was he was like, wow.
You guys were really good. It was so dope. I mean, I didn't see second weekend, but weekend
he's
one.
like, I've seen you before, but whoa, like that set, it was just, wow. Like it was just cool. So it was nice to hear. I mean, it's safe to say that, you know, we might be working out there in October.
So what's like Las Tias? Like, how did that come together? How did you guys start playing? What gave you the idea? Like, you know what, we should be performing? How did it all start?
I think, well, we met at COD, and we're the only girls who played guitar. Giselle's not shy. She like approached me right away to hang out, and I'm a little more shy, so I was like, let's trying to hang out with me. And then we found out that our families knew each other for over I don't know how many years, and my uncles are all musicians, and they played for the church, and her parents are musicians, played for the church, and she and I just started hanging out, and we started doing covers of like our favorite songs, like our voices together, because they kind of like the same color, kind of the same tone, so it's easy for our voices to blend together. And I think from that, then we just, like I said, my sister-in-law, she asked us to play at the Marriott. And we're like, okay, like let's start playing at the Marriott. We're doing like a wine and cheese thing on like, Fridays. It
was like 1 hour of music, and it was during like a wine and cheese little mixer on Fridays that they have for the people that are staying at the hotel or resort. Yeah. Or I mean, I think it's
the villas.
Like it's members. Like, I don't know, like I guess people that you know. But that was cool because it was like a weekly thing. And then we got another weekly thing with the Marriott. So we were doing like 2 times a week. We just got good and good and good. And then I approached Ray Rodriguez, shout out, at Cazuelas Cafe.
Okay.
Because I'd go there and I'm like, there's the stage. It's a nice big patio. Like they got a sound system. I'm like, this is like musician's dream, right? Like where they provide the sound guy. They provide like state of the art, like it seems like state of the art, like equipment,
production,
you know,
everything.
You show up with your instruments and that's it. You know, you're not lugging your speakers and your mixer, and you're not doing your own sound. And
that's
it's
it.
All acoustic.
Yeah, we have our mics. We just he connects us to everything. We've been playing there.
Shout out to Esteban. Yeah. He's the man. Our soundcho.
Yeah, the soundcho. Yeah, so it's super easy. It's probably my favorite place to play just because of he makes it sound so great. And we have our own monitors, and then there's speakers going out. Like everything is like super hooked up, and I love playing there.
So now we've been there for 3 years.
I think 3 years
3
now.
years, wow. How do you guys come up with the name Las Tias?
It's because we're both Tias. We don't have any kids, and you know, my brother and my sister have kids.
My sister,
her sister
and
brother have kids.
Yes,
yeah, so.
And you know, like we're like the tias, like the fun tias. You know, everyone has
the drunk tias.
I mean, you know, yep, the drunk single tias. Like, ¿esa cuándo se va a casar? Like, no, but and it just like. It's short. It's relatable. Like it fits with the music that we're.
I think
it fits
it's a great
with
name.
the music that we're doing, and I love it. Like I did some research. You know, first you got to do a little research. Like who's out there called.
So what kind of music do you guys play, like, in general?
Well, my favorite and what we started off with, well, no, actually, now what's more focused on is boleros. It's boleros, like music from the 40s and 50s, like trios, like Javier Solis, like whatever my grandparents listened to, that's what it is. But we also sing, let's say, Coldplay, but like with the Latin twist, or like Sublime, but in cumbia, or like rancheras, like Chente. What else do we sing? Like a lot of love ballads.
A little bit of rock en español.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little bit. Cumbias, you know.
Yeah, a lot of cumbias.
We incorporate, like, my dad on bass and our good friend Brian on percussion, which makes it just more of a whole sound. But that's for the fun cumbias and stuff like that. Because cumbias need bass.
Yeah. Before it was just the both of us. She has a little foot tambourine that she plays with, and it's like, and I'm more percussive on the guitar, so I would do the cumbia rhythm, and she does more of leads. She's great on bass too, but then when she plays bass, then there's no lead, so we're just like sometimes singing like the little melodies that you hear, like the trumpets, or you know. So definitely having bass and percussion like brings it out even more. But oh my God, we'll cover anything we love.
Yeah, we cover anything we like.
What about, like, have you guys made your own music? Like, played your own? Do you guys have own, like, original songs and stuff?
We as the farthest we've gotten is maybe Janine's really good at progressions, and so she'll sit down and play a progression, and I'll just kind of noodle around, like, with a melody, and we'll just play instrumental. I don't know why we haven't ventured on lyric writing. I don't know if, like, we're shy or something, or you know,
I feel like you guys would kill it, like, especially you guys great chemistry, and you guys been playing for so long.
Yeah,
make some good songs.
I think that's definitely the next. Yeah, we were watching Hermanos Gutierrez, is it? And they're just a duo that does instrumental. They have their guitars, and they're not playing anything complicated, but it's just the way they make everything sound, and they just repeat their ideas a lot. And it's like, that's so simple. Like, we can do a lot of instrumentals, but then people are like, no, you have to. I've mentioned this to people that are like, you guys have to sing. You guys have to do something. I was just talking to Adrian at Hermano, and he's like, no, you guys have to sing. He's like, that would be tight. So I think in the future, I think that could come. I think, but I also love covers. I love playing covers for my family. I think that's why I started doing it originally, because, you know, it's like, now it's like I can't get away with the guitar. It's like, if I don't, like, before you get to a family party, everybody wants to hug you. They're excited to see you. And if I show up to a party and I don't have my guitar, they're like, you like guitarra? I'm like, what? I'm here, you know?
I'm just here for the vibe.
Yeah, exactly. So
everyone loves live music, though. You know, it's like you go to a party, it's always cool when someone hires some live, whatever it is. But if you have it in the family, that's even better. Have you guys seen the new Stranger Things? Do you guys watch Stranger Things?
I'm on the second episode right now of it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to talk spoilers. Keep the spoilers, but man, I love this season. It's crazy. Like,
well, even the first episode, I was already scared. I was kind of scared. I was alone last night.
You texted me.
Yeah, and I was like,
this one's scary, and I stopped watching it because I'm a scaredy cat. So
yeah, it's a little more graphic from what I got from it. I was like, whoa.
Like, it's supposed to be PG-14 or 13, whatever, but like, I don't know. I feel like it should have been rated R.
Right?
It's pretty scary.
You need to reevaluate
the rating system. But it's very gruesome this season. Like, I think it's the most expensive show that Netflix has ever produced.
Oh, wow.
Every episode is like a movie. It's an hour and 20 minutes, an hour 30 minutes. 9 episodes. So it's 9 movies basically you're watching. And
wow, I hadn't even noticed. It probably went by like this. Yeah.
The last episode is supposed to be 2 hours and a half. Nice. Like a Avengers movie type.
Like Game of Thrones.
Cool.
The Lord of the Rings show is also coming out like within like a month of each other.
A show?
Oh.
Do you guys watch Lord of the Rings?
I did, and I watched The Hobbit too.
Yeah, they're doing a Lord of the Rings show on Amazon. Wow. So this is the most expensive show of all time. So
okay.
They spend $1 billion because the show cost them like half a million, either 300 million or $500 million to buy the rights in order to produce it. So Amazon had to buy the rights, and then they had to spend a bunch of it to produce it. So I think they're doing 5 seasons, and it's also a prequel.
Okay, okay.
5 seasons?
5 seasons.
So with like what's his name, Bobo or no, Bilbo? Yeah,
no, Bobo.
I think that's a monkey.
No, they're, I don't know from where, but that's the first thing I thought of. Did you guys see that video of that orangutan that like pulled some guy?
I did.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, he was just grabbing his arm, like, and then picked him up by his legs.
I'd be afraid of any monkey or ape that wasn't like a spider monkey. Like anything bigger than that,
isn't
like
their strength
baboons,
like freakishly like.
Yeah, orangutans are like 5 times stronger than humans, than an average male.
Wow.
So like literally
So even the strongest,
break your
Brock
femur
Lesnar or fucking The Rock, that dude could tear The Rock up in like 2 seconds.
Oh my god! Well, hasn't a monkey like ripped someone's arm off? Like.
Yeah, I think there's a video. It's like an old video. Like someone had I don't know if it's an orangutan or another ape or whatever, but rips off his fucking like a flesh.
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember seeing that.
Just some crazy.
Maybe that's what I.
She's afraid. My wife's afraid of apes and everything.
She's back there. She's like,
Should I produce it?
Yeah, you're all stay away.
Even just videos, she like doesn't like them, hates them.
Yo, they're like little humans, dude.
I like them. I think they're cool.
I used to
like
want one.
If I could have one that's safe, but it's also like that's fucked up. Like the one at the fair.
Yeah.
Collects like dollar bills and shit.
Yeah, it gets pissed if you give it change. Don't give it change.
Don't give him a coin.
Pro tip: don't give it change.
He wasn't.
Pro tip.
Pro tip for tipping. They didn't have them at the new fair.
Yeah, so, the one that wasn't like the date festival one.
Yeah, that was weird. Like I don't know how the other thing happened.
Thrillville.
They didn't have the community part. So the community like displays. They do a lot of stuff with the schools where they make little arts.
Yeah,
like little contests and.
I can attest to that. Obviously, you know, I'm very protective of the valley. Like when there's big events and stuff, it's like. Come here, but like don't mess our shit up, okay? Like we're chilling. Don't come here with your road rage and your like just relax, man. So I felt like the Thrillville got like kind of like attacked a little bit, but I was like reading some comments online and then like the girl that was like producing it was trying to answer everybody's questions and I'm just like, oh, like I felt bad for her. I was like, dude, she's just trying to do something fun, but everybody's all pissed, like talking shit.
I think because they canceled it for, was it 2 years? No, 1 year.
COVID.
Because the fair happened though. Because the fair was, it's in February and then it shut shit down till March. So I think the fair happened. Then everything got shut down.
Got it.
2021, it didn't happen. So
yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
It was only canceled for 1 year. 1 year? Yeah, 1 year.
Yeah, 2021.
2021, no. Right? Or no?
Oh.
No way, they canceled 2020, I think, too.
Yeah, I think they
canceled it.
Yeah,
because it was already, there
was already wind of it, like in January, beginning of February. Because when we stopped playing at Cazuelas, we were like, well, that was convenient. And then we started recording in February, and news had already kind of broke out about it. And then March was when they're like, yeah, okay. Like,
I think March was just the announcement.
Here.
Yeah, they canceled the fair because I think they were trying to make it the testing site.
Got it.
They ended up making it a testing site. So I think they set it up.
Like Raul Ruiz put a bunch of beds. Oh, I don't know if it was him, but.
Oh, that was.
There's a bunch of beds and stuff there. Like.
They were saying like people are just dying and shit.
It was scary.
That was some scary times.
It was. I know.
That was like a whole thing.
No, I remember my dad. I don't know if it was in January. He's like, que hay una enfermedad de China. I'm like, Dad, don't believe everything you like watch on the news. Like don't listen to it. And then I remember I was at my parents when governor came out and he's like, okay, we're gonna shut down for 2 weeks or something. Yeah. I was like, oh, what?
Oh, it's
like
real?
Okay, all right, It was too crazy.
Does spin things out of
Yeah, it does. Ya ves, por eso. It's like, what?
Hey, but why is Spanish news the only news that shows like dead bodies on the floor, like blood, like, you know, like they don't censor nothing. I'm like, dang, like
they're so on edge, bro. Like I think it's so negative for the community. Everything's negative.
It is. Everything. It really is.
Like and then my mom falls for all those like TikToks about the end of the world shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's always like, oh, que va a haber God's coming and shit.
My abuelita, like en paz descanse, she was really scared for the Y2K. She was really scared. My abuelita Blanca. She was.
My dad too. He like bought a cans of water. He bought
my
like
grandma, my mom's
sweetheart.
mom. She was scared of Y2K, and my mom used to say that she was like super terrified, and she died in 1999.
Dang.
Like right before Y2K.
Oh,
and she was super afraid, like for years and years.
You know what? No,
I don't know. I think it's, of course, is the media, like if you play into fear or negativity, it's easier to get better ratings.
It's so messed up how that works. Like
that's with everything in life, though. Like I've been doing tests on TikTok where I'm just been posting out TikToks, but then I post one with the intention of get people to comment or like something negative.
Yeah.
Or just start a conversation, but it always has to be something like negative. And it's worked like 3 times that I've done it.
You're like, let me do a little test.
Yeah.
A little social experiment.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I was gonna post hashtag Team Heard on Facebook after the Johnny Depp, and I was gonna put hashtag Team Heard, and Janine's like, no, don't do it, because you know it's like nobody really knows, you know. Nobody really
it's all a show.
knows.
Yeah,
It's literally a show. Like even the way everything was happening in the stupid the courtroom. I mean, she definitely was doing drugs. She was like snorting drugs in the middle of the courtroom.
She was on the bench. Like I mean, she was like on the stand, but she was just blowing her nose with she's like.
That was crazy.
It just looks.
Well, to me, it's like
she definitely did drugs.
It's like why? Okay, why is this so big? What are they distracting everyone from? Like, what's really going on? Like, really, do I really care about these like billionaires who are fighting each other? It's like obviously they're both toxic. Like, what's really going on? Like somewhere else, you know.
I'm surprised that it was like aired.
And it got so much coverage.
Like why was it?
And you can't even escape it because like you go on social media, and even if you're not searching it, because I hate it. Do you guys use Twitter a lot?
TikTok,
no, I don't
Twitter.
Twitter.
I use
Reels.
Twitter for like I like just cheeseman shit, but like you go on Twitter and they have like a little explore page, and they always had that like always #1. Like whether you wanted to look at it or not, it'll be like, oh, the trial's going on, or this on the trial, or like Amber Heard will be trending, and it's like I try not to click on it, but like then you go on Instagram and then someone will post a meme about it. You go on another social media, it's there.
Yeah.
You just can't get away from it. I think it is something to distract, but maybe just the gas prices or
something, huh?
Or women's rights.
That was also a big deal. Well, also you have it's been so much going on.
I know.
Like you forget about like. I mean, Ukraine, bro. Like, when's the last time you heard about Ukraine?
And that war is like going on.
They've been they just crossed 100 days of fighting. 100 days already.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's on edge because they're like, oh shit, World War III is gonna start. It's about to be some crazy stuff. And then a month later, there's shootings. Unfortunately, distractions with Amber Heard. Now we're all talking about Stranger Things. And, in a week, it's gonna be something else that's gonna make us forget about the other thing. And just like.
That's one thing I do. I totally like think about the things that aren't being talked about. You know, it's like, interesting. The hit thing one day, and depending on like the severity of it, like they'd be like, all right, yeah, maybe we shouldn't, dial the tension down, and it's as easy as just taking it off line,
Billions of people, they're literally controlling. Not just thought, but the what?
Did you hear about the farms that burned down during the trial?
No.
Like 13 of the U.S.'s biggest farms.
There you go.
Oh, like the chickens, right? The eggs. I did hear about that.
That burnt down too, so it was like 13.
Wow.
Yeah, I was scrolling through today, and I saw that there's like a shortage of tampons now or something. I was like, what the
shortage of like the baby's
Baby
milk
stuff.
too?
That's
like
crazy.
what?
That's scary.
Like, how does that even happen though?
Imagine.
Like,
I know. Like, why and how? It's like, are you trying? Like, maybe in their mind they're trying to push. You know, like, I don't know. Like, it's crazy. And now they have all this data on us. Like, it's easy. It's like, okay, so this person thinks this way. All right, clump them in this group. These people are more this kind of thinkers, this, and this. So, dude, they cater to, and that's why Elon Musk, like on Twitter, he's like, you know, now you can go to most current, you know, chronological order as opposed to like what's
Best
trending or what's best for you. And it's like, okay, like that's cool, but also like, ese way también, like how is anybody gonna trust him? You know, like anyway, it's just
he's good at like
deep.
getting people to react to. Like, he tweets shit. There's a lot of people that are not exploiting, but they know how to use social media like that.
no, yeah.
It takes a lot of courage though to just start fighting with everybody.
Where do you where do you draw the line? You know, like when do you just, or like that's something like, because I see my little niece and nephews, you know, on Twitter, I mean on TikTok all day, like, or just with their friends or whatever, just social media. And I'm not gonna lie, me too, right? Like, my phone's always near me. But it's crazy because it's like you forget how life really is outside of all of it. You know, it's like, is that life or is this life?
Well, real
Like,
life's definitely live. I don't know.
It's
Right.
crazy.
My cousin posted a meme today that said how social media makes people think that if you get like 50 likes, it's like not enough for you. But if 50 people came at you at once and started like greeting you or like telling you did a good job, whatever, that you'd probably be super overwhelmed. And it's like, wow, that's a trip.
Well, like
you know?
performing,
That's cool.
performing at Coachella or performing anywhere. If you get 100 people to watch you perform, like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you'll get like 500 views on social media, and then you're like, oh man, I didn't get 1,000. Or
Yeah.
you've gotten a video that did really well, and then the next one doesn't do as well, but still does like 300, 400. And there's a human behind those views too. Like, we forget that. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
you're saying the 50 people, oh man, only got 37 likes, but 37 people that
that's
watched
a
it,
lot,
interacted.
yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
It's weird. And then it's like we're only gonna be using our phones more, which is a thing that sucks. I've been trying to I'm addicted to my phone, but also like everything I do runs on my phone. Like work, I have to use my phone calls, texts, emails, everything.
That's the thing, you know, like it's like the Portlandia like episode where where he's like, where they invent this thing where you can answer like emails and like phones and everything like through your mind, because it's just, that's where
It's
we're
faster,
headed.
yeah.
Like, yeah. It's crazy. Because me too, it's like, I don't want to fucking use this, but also like I have a band to promote. We have shows to promote. We have, you know, all this stuff. And maybe they have made it easier, like where you could schedule your things, you know, like, okay, like I'm going to schedule this post to get out in a week, or like, you know, and you could basically just in one day schedule your month or whatever. And maybe that would probably be the best way to do it. But until I get there, you know, it's like constant presence online, even though like as I get older it's died down a lot, you know, and I don't post as much as I used to. I don't really interact on there as much as I used to. And
Is that like on purpose, or
maybe I've grown a little more intolerant of people,
yeah,
and they're
just
sometimes it's
Just
like
people.
sometimes it's like,
Too much
are you for
information.
real? Like,
Yeah.
is this really who you are? You know? And if it is, like, I love social media in that sense where you can like just delete it and never have to see it again, you know? Like that's cool. I like those features, you know? But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm telling you.
I started turning off all notifications.
Nice.
No, so I don't get anything unless I log into the app, because I had it off for a while, then I turned it on, man, those weeks I would just like I'll get like a stupid little message or something, and it's like the best way I've been using is like I go on, I post, maybe I reply to a couple of messages, and then I log off, and then I go back to just check messages and stuff. But try not to consume, because like especially on TikTok, you start watching those like 30 minutes gone by, and you're just watching a bunch of
for real.
You go down,
I'd be getting lost, like looking at like someone make mochi, like like
how does your feed look dessert, like? What kind of videos do you guys get? Because everybody's it's different, you know. We all
for me on TikTok, it's dogs doing like funny things, like oh my god. And then Christian, her guitar player, like he and I love the same dog videos, so like we'll spam each other with like dog videos. But on TikTok, that's me. It's like dogs doing like the funniest things. On like Instagram, it's like art. It's a lot of art. Like I like watching people create stuff, like painting, different styles of painting, acrylic, water, bunch of. I'm like a classically trained musician. I don't do it as much anymore, like at all, really. But I used to really love watching people play classical guitar, like classical instruments. So I think my Instagram is like all
musician art.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then Facebook, like I turned off my notifications. Snapchat, I'm really with my nieces, and we're doing like little face videos or something. But Instagram's the one I use most, for sure.
Mine's for sure food videos. I love food. No, I don't. I am just a fan of food. I'm a fan of
you
her
enjoy
cooking,
the art. Yours is food art.
Everybody,
food
yeah.
art.
I just love. I can appreciate a nice dish, and just some weird. Yeah, I don't know. I like cooking videos. I always like watch them, like, wow, that's so easy to make, and then I just
never make it.
Like, well, whatever.
You ever just send it to people too?
Yeah, I send it to her.
It's like, oh, this would be really nice.
Wow, look how she did this. No, yeah, right.
Hinting at me.
Do you believe it only took 3 simple steps?
3 ingredients. That's it. No. But
what kind of, I don't even know. I've been getting a lot of Mexican music shit because I've been just like consuming and then like having all these guys on, and I'm like when I'm making the posts, I've been putting like hashtag Mexican music, Mexican TikTok. Okay. Then I've been just getting like nothing but that stuff. I came across this page, like it was this guitar player. So this football player from Arkansas, this white dude, like I think he played at the University of Arkansas. He played football. He plays guitar in a rock band.
Oh, shit.
And then I was just scrolling, and I clicked, and literally he's playing a corrido on his guitar, and I was like, what the hell? That's random. Like he's not singing, he's just playing the tune.
Random.
And then I clicked on his page, and he's got like 500,000 followers, and literally all of them I see him playing corridos, because I went back to I love going back to people's history, how they blew up. I love it, like just analyzing accounts or whatever. And it was one where like someone commented like, oh, you're not down to do some Junior H song or some, I don't know what it was. And then he replied to a comment with like him playing it on the guitar. And then on that one, someone else commented, oh, you're not down to do this Fuerza Regida song. Then he did that one. Then like, oh, Junior H. And he's done Vicente and all kinds of like just tunes. And it's funny because he's a white dude from Arkansas. He probably doesn't even speak Spanish, but he's literally just became and now he does like sponsored like instrument companies send him like a guitar and he'll play. He's like, oh, this video is sponsored by whatever. And he's just playing like a little corrido and shit.
That's awesome.
Cordova, sponsor me.
Do you guys make TikToks or post TikToks that much or anything?
No, I'm not savvy like that. I need to get on it. I just watch. I just enjoy watching TikToks, but I think it'd be cool to make some. I don't know what I do. Maybe music.
You guys definitely gotta make music.
Yeah,
It just
my niece, my 12-year-old niece is like. Tell her your conversation with her.
Oh, where she said that you have to post videos on TikTok. Yeah. She's like, he has to post videos on TikTok.
With my music?
Yeah, I think just making videos, period, on TikTok.
I have the TikTok app, and that's it. I don't ever open it. I only see, like, TikTok videos when they share them on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, okay. So you don't use that?
I don't even...
Right now,
how does it even work? Like, is it the same thing? Like,
it's the same.
Easier to go viral on TikTok.
It's so easy to go viral.
Really?
Like so many people, especially for musicians. Like
why?
you
What?
guys,
Like your hashtag or?
no,
what?
it's random. You just have to post like, especially if you stick to like guitar videos. Like if
Watch me fuck around and post a TikTok video.
I want to, man.
You heard it here first.
No, like let's say you start playing, you'll play, I don't know, any song. Usually you want to play famous songs that people recognize. Or just even when you're practicing, because like just record yourself and you don't have to post like a crazy edit. Like it literally just put the phone close to where like people can see how you're playing, and then you post like a 20-second part. Just post it and then post another 30-second part of another song. You can also tell stories. Also take more editing. For example, the story of playing Coachella, like people would love that.
Wow.
Oh, like earlier this year I got a chance to play Coachella, show footage and pictures and things like that. Like that could be cool. But if you just want to start with something simple, just like just playing your guitar, a couple hashtags.
I know it's a commitment too.
It's a commitment,
you know.
yeah.
So I'm like, do I want to crack that can open?
Well, that could lead. I mean,
But also,
if you're an artist with that viral reachability, like random videos do well. So I've been posting a lot of TikToks for the last month and a half with the podcast. So all the clips.
that is something new you've been doing, huh?
Yeah, it's.
I love that.
It takes a lot of editing. I wish.
I know,
So for
I
every
bet.
podcast we could make like 100 videos if we wanted to.
Of
For
course.
example, like this podcast, you can make a video like a 15-minute clip about Coachella. Both of you guys, that's a clip. Video about Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, how your family's musicians and you start playing, or why
Yeah.
you call las tias.
Right.
I forgot what else we talked
And
about.
that's it. Yeah. I think that's so far that's accurate.
That, or just like us sitting here, just a quick, oh, we came on the podcast. There's so many little things that you can make into videos.
What's the most views you've gotten on TikTok? Like,
One video, it's like a 600,000 on the one at Coachella. I don't know if you saw it, where I'm singing El Güero doing Grupo Firme. So that one I actually edited. That was the one that I manufactured. So I was just singing the corrido, and then I flipped the camera. So there was like a pause. So I actually edited and I added another clip where people are just standing.
Yeah.
So people don't know that it's a fake. But it was like, no one around me. I put Coachella VIP sucks. No one is singing the songs. It wasn't even Coachella VIP. It was the artist pass section.
Yeah.
Where I saw you guys there. So like it was just a little manufactured thing, and I knew I was gonna do numbers because I'm talking shit about Coachella, and that's what people love. Is like
the drama.
The drama, like like people want to agree that it sucks. You know, like that's like a thing. So I knew I was gonna do good. I didn't know it was gonna blow up like that. So it took like maybe a day. Then out of nowhere, I just started getting like comments, boom, 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 Coachella this, and then I started replying. So someone was like, "Oh, no one likes corridos." It's like, bro, you're at Coachella. No one likes corridos. Then I posted a video of Natanael Cano when he's like, "A la gente de Coachella no le gustan los corridos," or whatever, and everyone's like cheering or whatever. So I just replied with that video.
Yeah.
And then I replied to other ones like, "Coachella's a mixed festival. That's why the mixed festivals suck," or something. So I made a little like a 1-minute video of different genres.
Little clapbacks, little visual clapback.
Visual clapback. So I wasn't me talking shit. I was just literally showing them.
Nice.
And those did decent. Some of them got like 10K. And those drive traffic to the other videos.
I think the most likes I've ever gotten on Instagram is like 47. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There, people are probably tripping. Like, how do they fucking play Coachella? Like, nobody even follows
They
them.
don't even have a TikTok?
I think
What
we
the
have like
fuck?
1,800. We have like barely 1,800.
You're playing Coachella and you don't even have
for
TikTok?
Yes,
I
what
know,
do
for
we? We
sure.
haven't hit the 1K on Instagram. See, but we're
No,
doing
I think
Instagram
so.
still.
I think we're over 1K.
Ooh, I like that.
If you guys post as Las Tias on TikTok, you guys will blow up.
All right,
Again,
that's
not-
it. Hey, this weekend is happening.
Not even
week.
like no cap for sure, bro.
Hey, send me this clip and I'll
We're gonna make a TikTok with this. So this is June 10th. June
Yeah.
10th.
All right.
Like in this, we'll check up in like October.
Okay.
October,
All right.
November. You guys have.
I already have ideas. I have ideas.
And I'm pretty sure you already guys have pictures and videos on your phones already, because those could be starters. Like you don't even have to start recording. Just post
We
those
have
videos.
so much material.
Post
I
as
have
Las Tias,
so
and
much
if you guys both
material.
share an account, you both could be posting on the same account, where it's more consistent than just one on
Nice.
It's harder when it's just yourself, you know.
One person.
And then that way, you guys could just start getting creative. And there's no, so the cool thing about TikTok versus Instagram or Facebook, if you post 20 times on Facebook in one day, you block that person. Like, I don't want to fucking see this person. It's fucking annoying. But on TikTok, it doesn't show people when you post it. It's random. Like,
yeah.
I'll see somebody's post, like somebody that I follow, and they posted that like 2-3 weeks ago. And you're like, oh, cool, you like it. And you scroll to the next dog video, whatever. So that's how your content would be. Like, you could post like a bunch of them, and your followers won't see them right away.
Yeah. It's not like a feed. It's just like random
it's just
videos.
random, like whatever the Explore page is giving you, the For You page. So that's what, like, a lot of people, they're like, oh, they don't want to post much, but it's because we're trained from Instagram to not spam, you know, like that's a little bit too much. But yeah, TikTok's the key, especially for music. It's a music app. And there's like, what's her name? Yaritza?
Uh-huh.
You heard of Yaritza? The young girl?
She sings corridos?
Yeah.
Yaritza y su
something. There's her brothers, but yeah, Yaritza.
Y su esencia.
Oh, yeah,
So she blew up from, she played like a little tune, and it went viral like that, like just a bunch of views, and people were like, oh, drop the song, and then like within a month she got 1 million followers.
Is that how Danny Luke's got a bunch of traction? That fool's from like DHS, no?
I don't know who that is.
He opened for like Coldplay in Mexico, like for 4 days. Yeah,
never
he's
heard
local.
of this person. What the hell?
Danny Lux, Lux, and didn't he play Coachella?
I don't know who that is. That's crazy.
Look him up.
I gotta check.
He's a kid. He's
Bro?
a fucking kid, dude.
That's dope.
Fucking went on tour
with
Coldplay and shit. Like what? And he sings like corrido
kind of
stuff. You know, the newer
corridos tumbados,
like,
trap corridos.
Just like, you know, just like like I don't know.
Do you guys ever try playing that kind of music just for fun, or if people requested that?
Yeah, I think more recently.
I would request it.
No, yeah, they do. There's people that request it, and I think more recently, I didn't grow up with corridos. Like my family never listened to corridos or banda, so I think more recently I've been listening to that.
I do love corridos, but I'm like the old school stuff.
Los Tigres,
like,
Tucanes.
Yeah, like Rinconcito en el Cielo kind of era, like that's, you know, or like which one do we have like a couple that we're doing that we're
like practicing.
Yes,
yeah. We're practicing like Hasta la Miel Amarga.
Yeah, we've been practicing that one.
Rinconcito en el Cielo.
Rinconcito en el Cielo and
Que de Ramón Ayala. Tragos.
Oh yeah, Tragos we do. But yeah. Oh, I'll do like La Puerta Negra.
Oh yeah.
Puerta Negra, yeah.
Está cerrada.
Con tres
you know, like those harmonies, dude. Those are
classic, man. My brother could sing like the dude with the mustache, the skinny one. My brother could sing just like him.
Nice.
It's like he does like little covers, and it sounds just like him, bro. It's crazy.
That's dope.
Like he's always on that video that he was the one singing. So
nice.
Yeah, TikTok. You guys got to get on that for sure.
All right.
Who was it your brother had at the wedding?
Oh yeah, my brother had la Sonora Dinamita here in the backyard.
Wow, what the
Amazing.
heck?
Yeah, they cost I think like 10K.
Yeah, worth it.
10K, and they came the same ones from like
the ones that were at the
Tamale Festival.
Dang.
He had them here, and then
That's
he had
what's
like Vallarta show.
Yeah.
And then,
oh my God, Vallarta show.
And then he had the mariachi ones, the ones that play in like the city of Coachella. He had a little show here for his wedding.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he had a pretty big wedding, but it was like 2019, right before the pandemic. It was in December.
Yeah.
And boom, it was cool. And then boom, right after that, everything just.
December, I got sick bad. I never get sick. December of 2019, I got super sick. I remember exactly when it happened. It was like the beginning of December, and we had just played at Coachella Bar. And as soon as I walked outside, something like happened to me, and I was like, oh. And then I was sick for like 2 weeks, dude. I was like, what the heck? I had COVID, probably.
A lot of people say they were sick around that time.
like October, November, December.
You were super sick? No, my brother's wedding too.
Oh, I drank a lot of tequila.
She was super drunk, sick. Super drunk and super sick.
That's the remedios. Like when you're sick, like échate un tequilita.
How's like? What do you guys do when, like, you feel like you can't sing, or how do you get like an extra?
Like nervios, or you can't sing because
like
physically you're sick.
Like it's raspy, or you're just tired.
More recently, a friend of mine, she said that honey is really good. If you have like honey and limon, like honey is just really good for coating your throat. And something with the citrus, I'm not really quite sure, but a few times that sometimes we've played like 5, 6, 7 gigs in a week. And by like the end of the week, you're already starting to feel it. It's like, So then, yeah, I've had like just straight honey, and I feel like it does help. And staying hydrated, just like drinking a bunch of water.
And not drinking alcohol.
Not drinking alcohol, or drinking?
No, not drinking.
Oh, not
alcohol.
drinking. No, you're just gonna keep going.
I don't normally like to like drink or smoke before I perform.
We used to like just get like super stoned and then go play the Marriott, you know, and like we used to play at Chula Eatery, and they loved giving us wine, and we loved the wine there. And after like the second glass, I was like, oh dang, I don't even want to know what I sound like right now. I feel like sound quality como que me aguado, and like I can't even do a great job. And then I think the better we got, the more we're like, I don't think we need it anymore, you know? So now we're really good. We don't ever
You want to charge more, but you want to give them the quality, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think especially after like one time I left edibles in my car and they melted. It was like gummies.
OMG,
and I was like, why? I can't dose it anymore because it's like one big blob. And yeah, exactly. I just took like a big chunk. Yeah, I took big chunk. Giselle like took a bite too.
Also.
And we went to play. We did our first set, and I was like, wow, I feel really good. I should eat edibles. And by the second set, I remember holding my guitar and looking at it, and I was like, how am I still playing it? Like, oh my God, I made a terrible mistake.
And that same day, there was these really amazing musicians from Guadalajara, like that went to go see us. And it was, I was like,
yeah, I was pretty
this
embarrassed.
cannot be happening.
Was it like one of those days when you're driving home and you're just dozed off for like 30 minutes? You're like, wait, how did I get here?
It was
like
so
muscle memory.
Strange.
Exactly.
It was like, I almost had to not. I was like, I can't do this, but I pushed. We pushed through. I think
I already know that if I'm feeling really high, I can't tell her that I'm feeling really high, because I think that as soon as I'm like, hey, I'm really high, she's like, oh shit, I'm really high too. Like, so if I'm ever high, I'm like, I'm not gonna tell her. Yeah, exactly. I can't till after I'm like, dude, I was so high. She's like, oh my God, like me too.
Yeah, there's some, like, I like to do podcasts sober most of the time for the same reason. Like, I start drinking or smoking, and then I just stay quiet. Like, I'm just one of those people that stays quiet. I'm not the obnoxious person, but I'm just like in my corner.
Yeah. I started getting like in my head about shit, and I'm like, damn, like not like paranoid, but just like too chill. Like I'm like, all right, like feeling like the couch. I'm like listening to someone talk. Yeah, exactly. Like my mind is everywhere. Like, but I love it too. So. I don't know. Now I'm a little more experienced than I was before. So, but when it comes to like sound quality, I do like to be sober. I do like to, if it's like a shot of tequila, I like to like sip on it a little bit in between like a song, and that's fun because it does loosen everything up. I do feel like it's the cheater's way to warm up too, because we like to warm up now. We're like, all right, we have to take. It's like you can't go and run like 3 miles out of nowhere. Like if you haven't done that in like 2 weeks or a week, and then just start sprinting, it's like you're gonna hurt yourself. You know, it's the same thing with singing. I feel like because we have gigs where we're playing for 3 hours, like we really like to warm up. So before that, we'll like do scales, stuff like that. But I feel like maybe the alternative to that is like having a shot of tequila and like it's warm. It's like, all right, we're good to go, you know?
I'm warmed up physically.
Just feel it going
yeah,
through, go like,
exactly.
Let's go.
But that's one way to save your voice is proper like warm-ups, like vocal warm-ups. And you can find those on like YouTube for free.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For, like Glee, do you guys ever watch Glee?
Yeah.
Like Rachel, she would...
Yeah, so that's good.
I actually tried joining the Glee club or
in your high school or what?
COD. Oh. And we went to the class, we went to the first meeting, and I don't know what happened. Then they're not doing it. Like they literally, we had that meeting, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have another meeting," and they just shut down the low. At least that semester.
Oh, they wanted to do a little Glee there. Oh.
Yeah, I actually went to the thing. I was inspired by the show.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I always wanted to take like choir in high school, but I didn't have enough electives.
Something that I can think of that's similar to Glee is like the chamber singers. Which one was the ones that danced?
Jazz singers.
Jazz singers.
At school. I don't know what COD looks like right now as far as the music department. I don't really know because when we were there, you had your classes. It's like a requirement for you to be in an ensemble. So where you're playing music with other people, depending on what your major is and your instrument. Like if me, classical guitar, I can't join a group of classical guitars because there wasn't. So my alternative, I had to be in jazz. Even though I didn't know jazz, I was like, really? Like I played classical music, but it was cool. It was like you learn how to improvise and everything. And so it teaches you that. But then I was like, I'm going to join choir. I never was a singer. I always like was in band. I was like a band geek, played clarinet, did classical guitar. And then I was like, maybe I should try singing. So I took a class at COD. Then I took another voice class. And then after that, I got into chamber singers, started singing in a choir. And then at jazz singers where you're like more dancing. So it's like, oh shit, what the hell? I'm like dancing now, I'm singing. You know? Yeah, someone does the choreography in class and then you guys perform. And then after that I joined like a 60+ choir. Like
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that
Desert Chorale.
California Desert Chorale. Yeah.
That probably sounds amazing. Like just everybody.
It is like the range is from like 17, I think was the youngest I ever saw, to like 90 something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's super diverse.
And they have like the baritones, the tenors,
it's four part.
Baritones, the sopranos, the altos, like all those 4-part harmonies. Like in the it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it was cool. It was great. I do want to join it back up whenever it comes back, and I do want to do that because there's something super special about singing with that many people at once. You know, it's like
tribal. Like
exactly. I
love that about concerts. Just like Coachella, when people around you are singing, it's just a different vibe.
That's cool. that energy going around. I remember there was this one show in particular. We like sold out completely. We would sing at the Indian Wells Theater at the San Bernardino campus off of Cook Street. There's a theater there, and I remember we sold out. And I remember as soon as like the curtains like moved, I was like, oh my God, there's so many people here. And I remember at one point the choir, we're singing maybe classical, maybe like a Mozart or Vivaldi, I can't remember. And I remember at one point I felt like I wasn't like here, like, you know, in Interstellar where there's like different, I don't know if it's a dimension or something where, you know, I felt like we went somewhere else. We're transported somewhere else, like that many people singing at once. And it's like, we're putting out this energy. And at the same time, like whoever's listening, they're so attentive, and whatever they're feeling, they're like projecting it back onto you. So it was like crazy. Like I get chills thinking about it, but it's beautiful. It's like art and music and all this stuff is like from a higher place, you know. It really is.
When you guys were performing at Coachella, the everything, and then you make everybody clap, like how does that feel when everyone's clapping to the song, like to the rhythm?
It feels really cool. And then like you
could talk to Mike.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. It feels great, you know, like that engagement, you know, and now it's like you try to think of like more of how do I do more of that, you know. I see like all my favorite performers and they have the audience, you know, like they have them there participating, like, and it makes it that much more special, you know. It's like it's just cool. I never really at Coachella you saw us play everything, and Janine was playing guitar and I didn't have an instrument, and that's like the first and only song I do without playing guitar. So to me it's like a new experience, and it's like hell yeah! Like give me, give me a cordless mic, and I'm gonna jump off. I don't know if you could see, but I was like looking to see if I could get down, like
into the crowd.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there's no steps. Oh God, like if I asked them to like carry me or whatever, like I wanted to get in there. Like I just wanted to get in. I wanted to get in there because. Like, I just think of, like, when artists that I love do that and how it makes me feel. I'm like, oh, my God, like, they're right here, you know, like, and I don't know, like, just the clapping, and then the comments afterwards. It's like, that was really cool, like, the participation and, like, the engagement, like, so I loved it. I love it that I get that moment.
You got to do it at Oasis Music Festival.
Yeah,
she like walked down the aisle.
I did walk down the aisles, giving people like giving me high fives, and I like get to go kiss my mom while I'm singing. Like, you know, like I love that freedom, and people like think it's cool, like, cause it is cool. Like they're like, oh my God, how cool, you know, like cool. I gave her a high five. Like I don't know, like anyway, it's special. I guess to answer your question,
just an experience.
Yeah.
What was like as an artist? Where you guys went to both Coachella weekends, right? Yeah. So how was what was your favorite performances that you've seen at Coachella?
We really liked Karol G's performance.
Yeah, Karol G was bad.
Obviously, because of. To me, like women in entertainment, they're very like, it's my like what I look to, you know, like I'm like, because it's something that I can relate, because I'm a woman, you know, I can relate to. So like off the bat already, like if you're a woman and you're like in charge of the stage, like I'm looking at you because I want to take notes, you know? So she was amazing, like to experience, because I've never really sat down and listened to her music. And lately I've been listening to Provencia.
Yeah, the new song.
It's a cool song. Like I haven't gotten, like, usually I'm like, okay, like next, right? Or whatever. But it's a really good song. Like, and then the tribute that she made, that was like, it was so epic to me, because like same, you know, like same, and yes, like even just like Selena, you know, at first I was like, oh, like why is she doing that, right? Like when you see clips of it, because I didn't see it one of the weekends. And then when I was there experiencing it, the whole thing and why she did it, I was like, OMG, like she did that, and she highlighted like a lot of my heroes, you know, like Celia Cruz, Gloria Estefan, like Ricky Martin, you know, like Selena, just so many like Latin artists that us like little Mexicanitos like grew up listening to.
Yeah, even the way she started, I think the first one she put up there, maybe one of the first ones was Richie Valens. Like no one knew that his name was Ricardo Valenzuela. It was just Richie Valens, you know, that's what it was. I don't know if he was like undercover. I don't want people to know, you know, he did they changed his name because it was
it was more like
whitewash type thing.
It was more marketable.
Well, there you go. It's like hiding whatever his,
nobody's wanted to say Ricardo Valenzuela.
And then like
it's a turn off.
And then they put Santana up there when he played, what's that big festival in
Woodstock?
60? Yeah, Woodstock. And nobody up until then knew that he was Latino. And it's like a crazy, if you've never watched Santana play Woodstock.
He played that like on acid, no?
Yeah, he did. He said that he looked down at his guitar and that it was like a snake and he had to like not, but it's such a crazy good performance. But I love that part of it. I love that she started with like back then, and nobody knew about these people, that they were like Latin artists. And so that's what I loved about her. On top of it, she's super charismatic and she's like really beautiful and she's cute and she's a good singer and the whole performance. And then when they brought out J Balvin too, I was like, oh my God,
she had all, yes, my Balvin. Even though he's right now he's under fire, but that's okay. I feel like that's the way. God dang. Anyway, she had all female musicians.
Yeah, the guitar players,
female trombone player, female drummer, female trumpet player, female fucking guitarist that like did a fucking shred, and it's like, to me, like that is sick to me. Like, it's inspiring as a musician, as an artist, as a woman, to see them kick that much ass. It's like, pff.
She stole the night for sure.
Badass.
Yeah.
Probably the weekend. Probably the best performance of the weekend.
Yeah, she was good. And I think we made it a point to watch a lot of Latin artists this year. Someone who I really loved, who I always heard his name, Ed Maverick, but I didn't really know his music or anything. And we just were like, let's go catch him. People love him, whatever. And I went, and he's like this young guy. I think he's like 21. He has like a super deep voice, and it's just his guitar. He was playing with the band, but just like listening to the way that he was singing, and like his voice is like so genuine and sincere, and he's just like not singing about anything special. It's like you telling a girl like, well, por qué no me pelas, Like, just tell me if you want me or not, And, like, I watched them, and I was, like, crying, which doesn't normally happen to me. And I was like, wow, like, I don't know. So I really enjoyed his set, too. And now I'm a fan of his. And I think he's from Mexico.
I saw him at Coachella.
Okay.
Do you guys see him at Coachella?
I didn't. No,
at Coachella, he performed with only his guitar. Like, I thought it was so powerful. Like, nothing. Just him and the guitar on the mic. And it was just like...
Well, that's where Les Diaz got invited to play.
Yeah, the cello.
But we couldn't because Gissel had a 420 show.
420 show.
Oh yeah, you were at the vault. And I was actually super sick, so I stayed in the back of the crowd because
you didn't want
the first weekend. But it was not even sickness; it was just all the dirt.
All the.
It took me like.
That's why I kept telling my guys, because a couple of them had never been really like in a while. I'm like, keep your mask on, cause, and then you could see like there's sometimes like pictures I could take on, and then like the flash gets all the powder, like all the zacate. Like, I never knew like that the first weekend was gonna be nice and green, and then the second weekend polvo,
destroyed. Yeah,
like
the wind picked up on Sunday too.
Oh yeah, crazy. It was bad. Second weekend, all the dry grass and everything was.
It's always
super
like
terrible.
Yeah. But the music's better because the same thing, like how you guys said, weekend one, maybe you're nervous, maybe it's most like a rehearsal, and then weekend two, you already did it once, you're like, I can do that shit again, let's fucking do it better. Boom, you guys kill it.
And like what Gissel said, as a performer, definitely second weekend was better, but second weekend as someone who went, it was so packed. I think that they were like, screw it, we don't care if we go over the limit. Let's just keep selling, bracelets. Let's just keep doing it. It seriously felt like that. Like there was like walls of people. Like you couldn't like walk.
Like you walk and you stop, and then literally,
like
it was hormigas. Just
it was crazy the amount of people that were there.
I think it has to do with weekend one, the influencers, all the influencer events that they have around the valley. So Revolve and the shit in Thermal, all those stuff in Palm Springs. A lot of people have bracelets to go to Coachella, but there are all these other private parties, venues, whatever.
Totally.
So that's why the people are not at the festival, which is dumb.
I know.
I always say that, like, I don't care. I'm gonna die on this hill, but it's like you're not. I don't care how cool Revolve or how cool the airport little thing is. It's not as cool as watching Karol G. Do that shit in the main stage. Like, there's no way. The stuff at the Sanora Tent, like, does not compare being at Revolve Fest. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree.
Anita was surprisingly
she was so
sick
good.
too.
Huh? That was crazy.
Yeah, we saw Snoop, and he was back there walking with a blunt, and we're like, oh damn, Snoop! Hey, what up, Snoop? And
Was
he's
he all
just
tall?
like,
You're a legend.
super tall with
You're
the
a
blunt,
legend.
and we're like, I wonder why he's here. And we start walking out of the artist compound to like go to the main
And he's
stage.
all, Anita,
And he gets on the stage.
Snoop Dogg on the feature or something. I don't know what he said, but I was all, what? He just literally just walked out of the artist compound onto the stage. We're like, dang, that was sick. I would never forget that. I love that guy so much. It's like, for me.
Uncle Snoop.
Yes, he is like my real uncle. He's like a unicorn, dude. Like
He's got songs with everybody.
He's just majestic, man. I felt like I saw a bighorn sheep. I was all like, this guy.
Oh, we had an experience with Snoop Dogg. So Coachella 2019, 2018. So Coachella 2019.
Yeah.
We heard that he was gonna be playing the casino after Coachella, like a post Coachella or after Coachella party at the 29 or Fantasy, I don't remember. So we're like, hey, let's go check out Snoop Dogg. So we left the festival. We literally drove straight to the Fantasy. It was dead. That was like 10 people. So we were like, he was DJing. He wasn't performing.
Oh, sweet.
He was DJing and he sang a couple of his songs. But like, we were literally like, I don't want to say 10 people. There was
Like
maybe like 30 people at the most. And it was mostly people at the casino. Like, nobody knew about it. It was like,
because everybody's at the festival. And
like, it was like they didn't promote it right or something.
Yeah,
so we were literally right next to him, like the whole time, just watching him DJ from like here to there. Like, it was crazy. And
was he blazing?
yeah.
Wow.
And it was super dope because it's like, it was just random.
It's just
so random.
so
I thought it was going to be
close.
packed. I'm like, oh man, it's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
People love dead. So that's the one time I got
How
to see him.
cool. I would love that. Would have been like Snoop.
And it was him DJing,
You
so we got
never
like a
know.
Snoop Dogg DJ
Yeah, like
experience.
what? Dang, that's cool.
I had an artist pass for weekend 2, and I ran into the only one I ran into Natalcano, but then I ran into Becky G. I saw her backstage with like the trailers. She's so small.
Yeah.
She's so tiny.
She looks tiny.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. I love Grupo Firme. Wow. What a show. I've never seen a show more exciting than those fools. And I had no idea about the brother and that has a partner. Like, I had no idea the diversity. Like, I don't, because you think, oh, it's banda. So you know how that shit goes, right? But to know that, to find out that he's like engaged with his boyfriend, like, I was blown away by that. I was so impressed. I was like, wow. Like, to me, that means so much. Like, to me, it means so much. It's like you're breaking that machismo, like, you know, that mentality that que la banda y que la música así, you know, pura pinche.
Hey, las viejas.
Puro, yeah, like, but no. And to find out that they're brothers, wow.
They just make it fun. They throw a party on stage, and they're partying on stage. It's like they're drinking, taking shots, there's dancing, there's costume changes. And they do the thing that's different. It's not, there's nothing wrong with the traditional, you know, but like, everyone wears the same suit. It's just that generic shit. And then these ones are like, nah, we're dressing like rappers, reggaetoneros.
Damn, okay, with
and
the green hair.
They're singing like the classic shit and like news type of shit.
Yeah.
They got collabs with like Maluma and all kinds of other artists. And
like,
they're on another level.
They're just fun. And in their music videos, all their live videos are like just parties. And that's what you get. It's dope.
And like if you look up online, like the Edwin dance, whoa, that fool moves, man. Like, there's this, like, you know, like a banda, whoosh, whoosh. His legs are so long with his like red pants, and then he like does a high kick, and oh my gosh, what a show. Like, wow.
I took a picture with Johnny.
Yeah. The brother, or the
one that
with the teal hair. He had teal hair for Coachella.
Teal hair.
Yeah, el hermano.
Shit. Yeah. No, I don't know. He's the second singer, the one that's engaged.
Yeah. I think that's his. Yeah, that's his brother. Yeah.
So I had
I recognized him. I was like, babe,
at the
that's
6
the
Street
guy.
Coffee or City of Coachella Keys to the City event.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I took a picture with him.
Wow.
I couldn't get to Edwin because he was surrounded by like fucking security.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was a
course.
pretty chaotic there. Like they didn't expect that many people to show up to the city. It was so packed.
It
believe
was
it.
just I remember like I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm like, who else did I see? Not that I was blacked out. I just told you my memory is shot.
Were you
But
guys
I
at the
do
Sahara
remember
at
about
all?
them. We went for a little bit to see.
I can't remember
What's his name?
I can't remember.
Christian Isaiah.
Is there a shark? No.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
For a little bit. I can't really think of any DJs that it's like I have to like literally be
Yeah, we
like
didn't catch
on
that many DJs.
ecstasy or something. Like I can't it's like gotta really be like in the mood to just like like I didn't really, and it's so far too, like Sahara.
Yeah, the
I'll
walking.
see-
Oh my
you gotta take that golf
God.
cart ride.
God
in the back.
damn,
Did you guys use them? The golf cart rides?
just
Just-
during
when we
the
performed.
day of
The day of.
from our little camp to the stage.
Okay.
But
I only rode it once on Friday.
oh my gosh! And talking about a big ass crowd, second weekend. So we don't know they honestly, I feel like the artist liaison could have like said, hey, you couldn't access the stages through the
side.
back. If you need to walk over there, like this and that, right? Like nobody told us anything. Like
Oh, you walked through the crowd?
yes, the whole.
Until the last day. The
Until
last
the
day,
last
we're like,
fucking day. We're
wait a
like-
minute, we can walk back here? We're like, wow, cool.
It's like, well, you feel like, oh, hello. But it's like, no, fuck that. I'm a fucking performer. Like, I just played like here, it's like, but now I'm telling you, they got to invite us back. We'll know how to
Yep.
get around better this time. But yeah, that.
I'm gonna take my own golf cart and like park it and like then get on
you
it and use
experience
it.
the artist pass. That shit's unreal. Like
That's crazy.
it's crazy.
It's fun, but to be honest, I spend a lot of time on the general admission.
Yeah, I know. My boys too. They're
I
like,
have to be in there.
Fuck that shit. They're all.
It's because the
that's
crowd's
where
boring.
the real party's at.
Exactly. It's not that it's boring.
He's all, everybody's so snooty. I was like, you're right.
Yeah, I had to go in the trenches. I had
Yeah.
to. I got in mosh pits, not on purpose. So I was wearing a tejana on Friday,
Yeah.
and I was watching Baby Keem, and then a mosh pit opened up to the left of me, just like I was just watching, and out of nowhere, like I get pushed, and I look, and it's just like a thing opened up. I was like, oh fuck, and I had a tejana,
Dang.
and I was
that's
like, I haven't
dope.
been in a mosh pit 5 years. I don't even remember how long it's been.
Yeah.
So I just jumped in there, and then my hat fell off, and I picked it up, and I was holding it like this, but then I just kept getting smashed, and by the time the whole thing over, like
What?
the inside cushion part like fell off the hat, and it was all
Dang.
squished, and I just threw it away.
People going hard.
I should have kept it though.
For the Hannah to
memories.
be beat up, those things
Yeah,
are hard.
It was like $100-something too.
Shit.
I had it for like 3-4 years, but yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I look like that fool from the TikTok with the tejana.
Korean guy.
Shout out to Sauceda. I forgot his name.
Yeah, shout out. You're a trip, dog.
Doppelganger. If I'm a doppelganger. I can't believe it. I swear, like, I posted that, or I shared that my friend posted it, and then I got off Instagram. Like I said, I had notifications. So I logged back on. I had like 18 DMs like from that post. I was like, what the fuck? Like, people just laughing. Bro, I had to like double take. I thought it was you. And then I went to his TikTok and I posted like 3-4 videos just to like
Yeah.
get the shit going.
Heck yeah.
So I think I'm gonna invite that food to the podcast.
Oh my God. I hope he agrees. You guys should wear the same thing.
I know, that'd be trippy as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna perform with that fool.
Goes into work for you.
I'm gonna become
Videotape him. Life in the shoes of Angel. Chavez.
I'm gonna become a Tex-Mex fucking guy now.
Yeah, there you go.
Do
I
it.
don't like Tex-Mex though.
I appreciate like the way they dance, like in a circle, you know, kind of like, you know, everyone we're doing.
I mean, it looks fun
know?
for those people. For them, yeah. Like after Coachella, I had like a shroom. I was in shrooms all the weekend.
Nice.
So I had like a crazy, like life-changing experience.
Always.
And now I appreciate anything, you know, like people watching Tex-Mex. I don't like it, but I know whoever's watching that show live, they're having the time of their life and they love dancing and they get down with whatever, you know, like that dude with the accordion having fun. Like, they do that. There's people that like rap music and that's fun. People like classical or, you know, everybody's got different stuff. Some people just like that EDM shit, like music with no words, just boom, boom. 12 hours of that shit.
And they love it. And they're probably sober. Like for real. Like that's love for EDM, you know? Like,
for that I'm like really
ravers are crazy, shot. Ravers go hard. That's like a lifestyle, like damn, bro. And then they wear those cool outfits too. I'm always jealous. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I know. I have some friends that they like religiously. They just love their DJs themselves, so they like they're just always like raving, and they always go to EDC like religiously, and it's just cool, dude. It's like it's a real passion of theirs, you know. Like you're saying, everybody has their favorite favorite shit. So
and back then I used to be more like annoying, but like. Oh, that shit sucks. Like not EDM,
right?
But anything.
Like putting it
something
down.
I didn't like. I would be like, oh, white people listen to that, or white people like that, but that's dumb. Like everyone's got their own shit, you know. So like I'm just a fucking hippie now and shit.
Hey, that's what shrooms will do for you. It'll open your heart.
I know. I felt like all connected. Yeah, I felt all connected. I was like, we are one with everything. The house. I remember the first time I did, I think it was barely last year. Yeah. And we're staying at a friend's and she has a bunch of plants like all over her place. And I remember it, like I was looking at the plants and it felt like they were like breathing, like inhaling. And I was like, oh my God, like this is crazy. And then I'm like having a cry session.
Yeah,
and I was
crying.
Like playing music and we're like listening to Coldplay's first album.
I was
playing music.
I was covering Coldplay's
the Parachutes album.
I was playing like a lot of the songs, you know. I'm like, he was so heartbroken. You know, like wow, like gosh, you could just feel him, you know. I was all
it was beautiful. Cool. I'm like wrapped up in a blanket and like listening to her singing, and we're like quietly analyzing. Sobbing. Yeah, we're like crying, the both of us. Yeah, and I'm like, you're singing so beautiful, and wow, he's so sad.
We had a shroom trip one time. We were at the house and we were just watching the thing that was the coolest was like Disney classics.
Yeah.
Watching Disney classics. We're watching Disney classic, just like the most popular songs from like The Lion King and like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin, like you know, all the classic songs, and everyone was just hitting hard, like the emotions, like the high tones, and like, oh my God, Belle.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been cool.
She had a bad experience for like the first 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh yeah, sometimes.
Then, she
you
had
feel nauseous or you feel like overwhelmed or
once I got
anxious.
That was amazing.
Yeah, right.
Did you cry a little bit?
I cried a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Like relief,
it felt like heavy on my chest.
It does.
Like,
it
I
feels
was
relieving
like,
though. Like
what's going on?
Like I feel like
let
you
it
don't
out.
realize how much stuff you have pent up, and then all of a sudden it just all releases.
Yeah.
I think they're meant to teach you or do whatever you need to in that moment. It's like, all right, I'm going to cry for an hour straight, I guess. I remember even thinking, like, I didn't think a person could cry this much. Like, I didn't know I had this many tears. Like, my eyes were, like, super swollen. Like, oh, damn, you know. But after that, it was, like euphoria, you know.
I cried a little bit during Karol G when she sang Selena.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know what it was. It's just, like, the environment. I think everyone's energy felt the same way about the like Latin history and it was just so like the 12-15 minutes like it was just boom boom boom. You're like, what the hell? Like it was so cool.
Seeing Ricky Martin up there, I remember watching him a lot when I was young.
Yeah,
you know, with his little hits, he's so beautiful and like upside it, you know, like just doing the thing and doing it well. He was a really great performer. But yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, It's just
what else did we see? Amel and the Sniffers was cool to watch.
I had this
just
trip.
a little thing.
There was a band that played late at night. They're at the same time as kind of the same time as Harry Styles, but a little bit after Harry Styles. It's called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And I was on shrooms, and that shit is like shroom music. And I get it now. Like, it's not like the shit where like
jam band.
It was like the like crazy guitar riffs, like the shit that's like the dudes with like dreads and shit was to listen to, like just crazy. And then the visuals are all like melting, like you know, those colors. That's what it was. And then the band name is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and it's like they're from Australia, and there was like a bunch of guitar. It was crazy, and I was just having the craziest trip.
Nice.
But I had just finished watching Harry Styles, and it was so much fun because I was in the field just running around, and he played. It was when he brought out Lizzo.
Okay.
And then he did like the One Direction song. I forgot the name.
They sang, gosh, what did they sing?
I Will Survive.
Oh, yeah.
But he had done the One Direction song right after that one. It was I Will Survive, and then what's the song called? You're Beautiful or something like that? You're Always Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
The most popular, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was those two songs. It was just so cool. Like I was having a good one. And then I was going to meet my friend at the outdoor theater. So I didn't watch the ending of Harry Styles. After those two songs, I went to the outdoor to the King Gizzard, and then it was there. It was just dudes moshing and like just people like rock heads. Like it was crazy. Like I'm like, yes, this is a vibe too, you know. And then I ended up meeting my friends at the Ferris wheel after the whole festival ended on Friday.
Yeah.
And then I ran into one of the dudes that was like moshing. He was like, hey, what's up? And he was like super cool, like this like I don't know, 40-year-old dude. He's like, hey, I saw you at the King Gizzard. How you like it? I'm like, it was amazing. This is like, yeah, people always love it. We always recommend it. Like he was the chillest dude.
Sick.
He was like.
Hell
Some fucking hippie guy too as well, but I loved it. I just love music.
It was beautiful to see. Oh gosh, what's his name? When we went with your sister, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, Danny Elfman.
Yeah,
that was cool.
That shit was badass. Cause I like sound like motion, like picture, like.
Yeah,
big band,
scores
like
and
stuff like
The Simpsons,
so much.
Spider-Man.
So when they were when the fucking orchestra was like playing and like the clips on the fucking screens was sick, like Spider-Man like flying and like this and that. I was like, wow, you know, I was just blown away by him too. He's like, it's only been 67 years. He's all like, you know, like all like topless with his tattoos and, you know.
That was a character.
He was badass.
He definitely looks like he makes music for Tim Burton movies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Isn't he Jack's voice too?
Oh, he is? Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
And I didn't even know
Pumpkin
he had like,
King.
I thought he was just going to play stuff from movies, but he has like a whole rock like catalog too. Like,
Oh, wow.
I guess he was in a rock band.
Nice.
Someone who told me, I don't know, someone's like, oh yeah, he used to be in a rock band like in the 80s, and then he was composing at the same time.
Wow.
So yeah, he's just a
Hans
artist.
Super cool.
and him, I'm just like, wow.
Oh, Hans Zimmer
How
was
you
crazy. Did you see
do
him last
that?
time?
Yeah.
I want Howard Shore to come. He's from the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Ooh.
The Hobbit and all that shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Like, where could people find you on social media, and where could people find your TikTok? Because we're gonna check up in 4 months and see you guys are doing TikToks.
Well, I think our name will be at Les Diaz Music.
Yeah.
Our
It'll be the same.
Instagram is at Les Diaz Music. Our website will be coming up soon. We're recording. Also, we're recording
Yeah, starting tomorrow, we're recording a 5-song EP.
Oh, dope.
some covers, some stuff like that.
Yeah, that's where you can find
Facebook.
Instagram, maybe TikTok soon at Les Diaz Music.
You guys will like the TikTok, like just the process and just like where I'll take you somewhere you don't even expect, but it'll be fun.
Ya no estás más a mi lado, corazón, y en el alma solo tengo soledad. Y si ya no puedo verte, porque Dios me hizo quererte para hacerme sufrir más. calor que me brindaba el amor y la pasión. Es la historia de un amor como no hay otra igual, que me hizo comprender todo el bien y todo el mal, que le dio luz a mi vida, apagándola después. Ay, qué vida tan oscura, sin tu amor yo moriré.